Any ads heard during this episode that are not in our voice are placed by third-party agencies. They should not be considered the opinion of or to be endorsed by Hoosier Myths and Legends.
Welcome to another episode of the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast.
I'm Rebecca Wilhelm.
I'm Mary Quigley.
And I'm Hope Wilhelm.
Join us as we dive into the spookier side of the Hoosier state.
So what comes to your mind when you think of Indiana? Do you think of corn? Do you think of basketball? Do you think of the Indianapolis 500? Maybe you think of famous celebrities who were born in Indiana, like John Mellencamp or Michael Jackson.
But as the saying goes, there is more than corn in Indiana. 92 counties make up the Hoosier state. In this podcast, we are going to discuss some Indiana folklore from each of these counties. If you are into tall tales, ghosts, or spooky legends, then this is a podcast you are not going to want to miss. Welcome back to the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast. Tonight is our final episode in our week-long countdown to Halloween. This is also our grand finale for Season 6.
That's right. All week, we've been bringing you creepy stories and eerie legends from across Indiana. And tonight, we're turning down the lights, pouring a hot cup of something cozy, and leaning into some truly chilling tales.
This time, we're not visiting just one haunted spot. Nope. Tonight's stories are old Hoosier folk legends. They've been whispered across farmhouses, passed down through generations, and they all have one thing in common.
Death tokens.
Yes, that's not exactly the kind of token you want to collect.
Nope. And these are the kinds of signs that people believed were warnings, premonitions that someone close was about to die.
So wherever you are, lock the doors, grab a blanket, maybe pour that extra cup of coffee.
Because tonight, we're going old school spooky.
Our first legend of the night is Bird as Death Token.
And once again, all of tonight's stories came straight from Hoosier Folk Legends by Ronald L. Baker, or as I like to call it, the Holy Grail of Indiana folklore.
We're starting with one that's short, but unnerving. For generations, Hoosiers believed that if a bird tapped at the window, or worse, flew inside a home, it meant death was close.
And I can confirm that if a bird flies in my house, there's going to be some screaming.
Same, but back then, people didn't just grab a broom, they started making funeral plans.
And this legend has no year, but it was collected in Randolph County, Indiana.
Now, this is a superstition that is held by many people. Generally speaking, any kind of bird in a house is seen as a token or an omen of death to come.
Now, here we go. About 18 years ago, Mrs. Nora Graham's father and mother, Samuel and Betty Kinzer, who lived near Hagen, Virginia, were sitting before the fireplace in the evening after the chores were done. Mr. Kinzer leaned over in his chair and seemed to grab for something, and his wife asking him what he was doing. He told her that he had seen a large white bird fly in front of him, and they had grabbed for it. But that all at once, it had disappeared. She laughed and told him he must be seeing things because she hadn't seen anything.
The next morning, they went to the barn together to do the work. She went to the part of the barn where the cows were and seated herself by a cow and had just started to milk when she fell over dead from a heart attack. Mr. Kinzer heard the bail of the milk bucket hit the bucket when she dropped it, but of course, thought she was just changing her position.
After he had finished what he was doing, he came around to where she was and found her lying beside the cow dead. Then he thought of the white bird he had seen the evening before and knew it was a token of his wife's death.
So I'll never look at a window-pecking bird the same way again.
Well, buckle up because the next one's even creepier.
Our second story tonight is Dream of Coffin as Death Token, again from Hoosier Folk Legends by Ronald L. Baker.
And this legend was collected in May of 1971 in Worthington, Indiana. And this one, it's about a dream that you really don't want to have.
My mother, when she was 10 years old, lived in the blocks in Duggar, and one night after she had gone to bed and gone to sleep, she thought she felt someone touch her. But when she awoke, all that was there was a candle holder and a candle.
And as she watched, this candle and the candle holder went around the room as if someone was searching for something. There wasn't anybody holding it, just the candle and the candle holder.
When she went back to sleep, she dreamed about a little neighbor boy. She dreamed that he was lying in his casket and there were people in the room with him.
3 days later, her mother took her to the neighbor's house. The little boy had died with a fever, and he lying in his casket just as she had dreamed.
If I ever dream of a coffin, I'm checking myself into a well-lit hotel with 24-hour room service.
Or just never sleeping again.
Either works.
Quick break before the next omen.
Are you an Indiana small business owner looking to reach a wider audience?
Consider partnering with the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast directly to advertise your business.
Our listeners are passionate, engaged, and love supporting local businesses just like yours. By advertising with us, you'll connect directly with a community that values what Indiana has to offer.
Promote your business with the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast and watch your customer base grow. Ready to make your mark? Contact us today at HoosierMythsandLegends@gmail.com and let's bring your business to the forefront. We're back, and our third story is called Falling Portrait as Death Token.
This one gives me chills. Imagine sitting in your living room when a portrait just falls off the wall on its own.
For Hoosiers of the past, that wasn't just a clumsy nail. That was a sign.
Now, this legend was collected in May of 1972 from a 20-year-old former student at St. Anthony's School in Terre Haute.
Okay, here we go. There's this one story I heard at home. They used to tell it all the time. There was this house owned by this old couple. It's a real old rundown place now. We used to go look at it all the time when we were in high school.
There used to be a picture of the old man on this certain place on the wall, and it always hung there. It hung there for years and years, always in the same place on the wall, till one day it fell off the wall. He died that same day. It was a picture of him that fell.
Yeah, if something falls off my wall tonight, I'm not looking behind me.
Becky.
I'm just saying.
And finally, our last story of the night. 3 raps on the headboard as death token.
If 3 knocks on your headboard doesn't give you chills, nothing will.
Here we go. At 2 o'clock one morning, a farm family near here was awakened by a knocking sound. They heard 3 loud raps against the side of the house. Wondering what it could be, they got up to investigate.
At first, they thought it was a tree branch hitting the house, but there were no trees close enough. Besides, the wind was dead calm. Unable to find the cause, they all went back to bed.
The next morning, they received a telegram. Their grandmother had died unexpectedly at 2 o'clock that morning.
See, this is why I sleep with a fan on. If I can't hear the knocks, they can't get me.
That's not how that works.
It works for me.
These death token stories have haunted Indiana's folklore for over a century. They remind us that sometimes what scares us most isn't the monster under the bed, it's the little signs we can't quite explain.
That wraps up our Halloween countdown and closes out Season 6 of Hoosier Myths and Legends.
We're going dark for the holiday season, but we'll be back in the summer of 2026 with more ghost stories, urban legends, and Hoosier haunts.
Until then, keep an eye out for the signs and
Happy Halloween! Do you happen to know about a Hoosier death token legend? Are you familiar with any of the legends we read tonight from Ronald Baker's Hoosier Folk Legends book? We would love to hear about it. Please send us an email to HoosierMythsandLegends@gmail.com or reach out to us on social media. We may use it in a later episode. In the email, let us know if you wish to remain anonymous.
see our source material, please visit our website, HoosierMythsAndLegends.com. Hoosier Myths and Legends is a Quigley Productions podcast.
Our theme song was written and recorded by Wet Blanket. The song title is Taxidermy Race Car.
As always, stay spooky.